Hello lovely students, welcome back to my YouTube channel Ghalib's English School. In today's video, I'm going to talk about Trinity College London GESE Grade 5 B1 test of English. We're going to be doing a complete mock test. I'm going to tell you how you fill your form, how you prepare your topic, and I have a very interesting topic for you. So before I start, I would like you to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon down below for all the updates. Guys, if you're watching this video and haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because your single click motivates me to come up with a better idea and create a better content. So let's straight jump into that. Trinity College London GESE B1 test of English. The exam time is 10 minutes. It has two parts. Part 1 is a topic discussion and part 2 is a conversation phase. In part 1, examiner would choose some points from your topic and will have a short discussion with you. They can choose 2 points, they can choose 3 points, they can choose 4 points, it depends. If you look at the screen, on the left hand side of the screen, there is an official topic form from Trinity College London. So today's topic, which we have prepared here for you, is my daily routine. Here is an example. So what you need to do, you need to choose a topic for part 1. You need to prepare that topic in advance, complete this topic form, and take it with you to the exam center. Be ready for a discussion. So the topic is my daily routine, and the first point I have chosen is breakfast prep. So examiner may ask you, can you describe your first point, which is breakfast prep, for me, please? You can say something like this. These are your sentence starters. You can say, I wake up early in the morning, get ready, and prepare some breakfast for my family. My husband or my wife, whoever is doing the test, you can choose it for yourself. You can say, if you are a male, you can say, my wife goes to work, so first I cook breakfast for her. If you are a female, you can say, my husband goes to work and I prepare breakfast for him first. Then I prepare breakfast for my children. If you have 2, 1, 3, 4, whatever, you can say, I prepare breakfast for my children, and it's a very busy and hard time of the day. After that, I prepare my children for school and prepare their lunch boxes. Now we go to next slide and choose our next point. So next point is, after breakfast prep, we can talk about school run. So examiner may ask you a question that, what can you tell me about your second point, which is school run? You can say, I have 2 children. If you have 1 child, you can say, I have 1 child and he or she goes to primary school or secondary school, whatever, according to your family needs. You can pick that. You can say it's 10 minutes away from my house, walking distance. We walk together there at around 8 o'clock. Sometimes my wife or sometimes my husband drops them, or him or her, at school when they are off. Then you can talk about their pickup time. You can say that at around 3 o'clock, I walk to school and pick them up from the school. Remember, if you do your test in school holidays, examiner may ask you that what about these days when schools are off? So you can say, now at this time, when schools are off, I spend good time with my children. We play together. We watch TV together. Something like that. So this is how you can talk about your this point school run. You can also say that, okay, on the way back, my children are like, sometimes they get naughty and they a little bit run around. So I control them. I bring them home safely. Or this is what my daily routine is all about. Now we move on to point grocery shopping. So examiner may ask you a question that, okay, let's talk about your third point. What can you tell me about your third point, grocery shopping? So remember, you need to say that after I drop my kids at school, around 9 o'clock, I come back home and have my own breakfast, because before school time, I don't have time for myself. I prepare breakfast for my husband or for my wife and then my children, drop them at school. Then I come back home and prepare breakfast for myself, have my breakfast, and then clear the mess from kitchen. Then I go to a local supermarket. For example, you can name any supermarket,
next to your house or near your house, Aldi, as the little Sainsbury's, Tesco, whatever your local supermarket is. You can talk about that. I go there, I do some daily shopping like milk, bread, eggs, for example, or some veg, or sometimes I buy some chicken, meat, fish. It depends what my family likes. So I love to cook fresh food for my family. You can talk about that. This is how you're going to talk about your third point, which is grocery shopping. Then we move on to our next point, which is lunch prep. Now, once you've done your grocery shopping, then you come back home. Your examiner may ask you, like, okay, let's talk about lunch prep. Now remember, examiner is not going to go in order. He's not going to ask you step by step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. Examiner can pick up any point from your topic to talk about that. So you need to be ready for that. So here examiner may ask you that, okay, describe your lunch prep for me, please. You can say, after shopping, I spend an hour, I do some shopping. When I come back home, I have a little break. That's like a kind of relaxed time for me. I'm not a machine, I'm not a robot. So I need little rest. Then at about 12:30 p.m., I start cooking my lunch. It takes me an hour or so. Depends how big is your family. Then you can say, I love cooking fresh food for my family every day. My husband or my wife, whatever your point is, you can say they love fresh food. Then once my lunch is ready, almost at around 3 o'clock, I walk to school and pick up my children. So now you are basically telling your examiner that this is my daily routine, what I do 5-6 days of the week, step by step, from morning to evening, the time I wake up, the time I go to bed. So that's what your daily routine is all about. Let's move on to next point, which is point number 5, that is my time. Now, examiner may ask you, I have randomly picked this point because we all need my time. Now, what is my time about? I'm going to explain it to you in a minute. So examiner may ask you, what can you tell me about my time? What is this my time about? So you can say, when I finish dinner, I clear the kitchen, then I take my kids to bed, or I take my children to bed. After that, I make a cup of tea or coffee and watch TV on my own. These are the best moments when I relax myself. Sometimes I use mobile for social media, for example, TikTok, Facebook, Insta, or enjoy a little bit. It's the best moment after a very busy and long day. So I love these moments. So you need to describe it in a way that your examiner should understand that this person has a very busy routine and he or she knows step by step that what is my starting point of the day, what is the middle point of the day, where I need a little break, where I clear the mess, what I do after this, then. So remember, you have to use certain words, first, second, then, after that, before that. These type of vocabulary or words you are supposed to use. So these are 5 points from your topic, my daily routine. Now we're going to move on to next part, which is part number 2, a conversation phase. So in this part, examiner would choose 2 subject areas to have a short conversation with you. I have picked up some points from the feedback of students. So these are some topics which are picked up in part number 2 by the examiners, and they may ask you questions about these topics. For example, they will ask you, or they will talk to you about festivals in your home country. So whichever country are you from, you can talk about them festivals. Maybe it's a National Day festival, maybe it's a Independence Day festival, maybe it's a Victory Day festival, something like that. Different countries, different cultures. You can talk about that, any festival. It can be a religious festival, you can talk about that. Then examiner may ask you about means of transport. So remember guys, if you look at the screen on both sides, I have mentioned some question words. For example, who, what, when, where, why, how. These type of questions you need to consider when you answer these points. Examiner may ask you that what kind of festival you celebrate, or when do you celebrate that festival, or where do you celebrate that festival, or why do you celebrate that festival, or how do you celebrate that festival. So you need to be in a position where you can answer pretty much these questions. Examiner may ask you about special occasions. For example, birthdays, weddings. So if you are a married person, you should be aware of the birthdays and weddings, your wedding anniversary or your birthday, your husband's birthday, wife's birthday, your children's birthday. You should be aware of that. They may ask you that how you celebrate birthday. You can say that we celebrate birthday at home, invite close family and friends, cut the cake, and have some food also after that. Examiner may ask you questions about entertainment. For example, you prefer going to cinema or you watch TV at home. Whatever is your favorite personal choice you prefer, just talk about that. Examiner may ask you about your favorite music. They may ask you that how do you listen music or when do you listen music. So you can talk about that. You can say that I listen music when I go to gym, exercise in gym. Or if you talk about your household stuff, you can say that I listen to music when I'm cooking, cleaning, washing, or for example, sitting, relax, and I listen music. If you ask me, my personal opinion, that when I listen music, I prefer listening music when I'm driving. Whenever I'm driving, I keep listening BBC radio. So I enjoy songs. Sometimes there are some different types of programs in radio. So I do love that. Examiner may talk to you about your recent personal experience, what sort of recent personal experience you have. You can talk about learning English. You can talk about pretty much any exercise or any skill or anything you are learning. If you are a new parent, for example, you got recently a new baby boy or girl, you are a mother, you are a father first time, you can talk about that. Oh, I am just literally experiencing being a father, being a mother, and I think it's a very hard job because my baby doesn't sleep at night time and keeps waking me up. So you can talk about that. It's your recent experience. If you are a builder, you can talk about that oh, I'm learning bricklaying or I'm learning plastering. So if you are a teaching assistant, you can talk about that, or I'm facing new behaviors from children in school, primary school or secondary school. What sort of your job experience or any experience you have. You can talk about free activities, whatever your free time activities are. Your examiner may talk about your favorite holiday destination. Where would you like to go? When would you like to go? Why would you like to go to this place? Why is this your favorite holiday destination? So guys, these are the major topics which examiners pretty much choose to talk about part number 2. So here is a quick guide for you. So I hope you understand that. If you don't, just drop a comment in your comment section below and I would love to answer that. Now, what is the criteria to pass this test? To pass this test, you should be able to communicate with the examiner at ESOL Entry Level 3 or equivalent. So if your English is at ESOL Entry Level 3 or equivalent to that, it means you can easily pass this test. My advice or my suggestion is that always pick the topic which you can talk about easily, which you can discuss with the examiner easily. Relax, do not panic, don't take stress. Just talk to the examiner. They are human beings, they are not chatbots. Yes, they are not from AI. They are real humans. They understand your feelings and emotion. So just take it easy and give your best shot. Good luck.
So guys, this was Trinity College London GESE Grade 5 B1 mock test. You can prepare that in your own style. And I assure you and I guarantee you that you're not going to only pass, you will get distinction. If you have any question, please drop them in the comments section and I would love to get back to you. Look after yourself and this channel. Thanks for watching.